What up, YouTube? We are back with Musician Mansion Season 2. We are getting really close to the finale. I have no idea what they're going to be doing this time, considering I don't remember if they have any more challenges to do, considering they have their 4-song set list already. But let's actually just get into it and figure out what we've got going. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you want me to react to next, especially after next week when we finish Musician Mansion Season 2, and the entirety of my reactions for Musician Mansion will be in a playlist in the description, so you just need to paste the link into your browser of choice so you can just binge all of it if you want to. So without further ado, let's just get into it. 3, 2, 1, boom. I'm also going to turn my fan on because it is warm in here, so apologies if you hear like excess background noise.
The song was just really hard to remember, and we all just kind of weren't feeling it. We weren't comfortable.
Not good.
Completely
not
flubbed on the
1080p.
words.
There you go.
And I think I screwed everybody up.
It was just like getting more depressed throughout the song.
It happens.
Definitely my worst.
Our worst.
The worst one.
I don't care what anybody says. I think we put on a great performance and had a blast.
Ricky's the main character this
Kind of
season,
funny that
dude.
it was harder to do a cover in 24 hours than it was to write and perform our own song.
I don't really enjoy playing covers. I prefer playing my own songs, like the songs that I wrote or helped write. I actually have never listened to the original track. I've only listened to the Kill Switch cover.
I think it was a chance to show that the 80s are alive and kicking. See what my shirt says? Okay?
Make the 80s,
Make 80s great again. That's exactly what we did last night.
So Soulfire's really feeling the hit. Whereas everybody else is kind of just chilling.
Mansion.
Okay, so yeah, it's in C. I don't know. Like, do you like having my my guitar in reactions? Specifically, like music reactions. I'm trying to like figure stuff out here. See like what you guys like. Oh, I'm gonna miss this series once I'm done with it. This is gonna be sad when I'm done.
Musicians, please join me at the stage.
Purple.
Welcome to the last individual skill challenge here
Last
at
individual
Musician
skill
Mansion
challenge.
Season
Okay.
2.
Last skill challenge.
Bassists,
Let's go.
today is your day to shine. But
serpent.
before we get to that, singers, for the swap challenge, I told you that you could decide to keep the money or put it into your band's
Right, I
final
forgot
payout.
about this.
Casey, what is your decision?
I gave it to the band.
Gave it to the band, all right. Austin,
Oh,
gave it to the band.
let me move
And
my
Vince.
model this way.
Keeping that. I'm just kidding.
Bassist, I supplied you with 3 drum tracks and told you to write
Bassist,
your own
right,
bass
there is a
parts
bass challenge.
over them. The person who performs best for all 3 will win $200 for their team, which means that person's team will be headlining at Chain Reaction tomorrow night. But before we get started, I want to introduce a very special
sorry.
guest. You've seen him on stage with
Bump my mic.
Issues and 21 Pilots. Please welcome a good friend of mine, Skylar Accord.
Skylar. Sweet.
It's really hard to play just in front of like people you know. Like I would much rather play a huge festival, like so much more than just playing in front of the people that you know.
Skylar, thank you so much for joining us today. Do you have any words of encouragement or advice to the bass players?
Oh, absolutely. We all know the bass player is always the coolest person on stage. Just stay cool, stay locked in. I'm excited to see.
All right, bassists, are you ready?
Ready to rock.
Let's go. Contestants, please go upstairs.
I'm all for it,
Bass
dude.
players, stay here.
Like I've only played bass for like
Round
a year
one.
at this
Are you
point.
guys ready?
Just over a year.
Ready, baby? Are you ready? Let's go.
When Ricky's all 80s up, I didn't even notice. Lots of dead notes and slap. And he has some chorus and some gain on his bass. Very 80s. I love it. Now, Justin is not a bass player. He's primarily a vocalist and a guitar player. He's still killing it.
All right.
Sweetness.
Anna, I thought you were awesome. I love the technical display. You're obviously very practiced and very tight. And then Ricky, it almost looked like you structured it like a guitar solo or something. And also, maybe it's the hair, but I'm getting like, you know, the
It's
hair metal
definitely
kind of
the
vibe,
hair
like
and the
guitar dog kind of
eyeliner.
shit. Yeah, that was awesome.
Appreciate it.
And then Justin, yeah, I like the consistency of the like kind of freight trainy thing. I'm a big like death metal fan, so like one thing I would have loved is a little bit more rhythmic variation, but I really did like the commitment to the solid holding the foundation.
Anna, fantastic job. Really great technical display, really confident, really tight, and maybe a little bit more energy on the next one, but overall, I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
Ricky, that tone is so you. I love it in a great way. It just feels cohesive. Great technical display, great variation,
80s.
great use of the fretboard. Justin, how you're holding it down, really consistent, strong across the board. You made great use of the fretboard overall as well, similar to Ricky. And overall, great job.
All right, are you guys
Could
ready
it be
for
that
round two?
Justin
Ready,
has a
baby?
guitar
Ready for
player
round two?
background? Ooh! Some hip hop elements in there too. Like the scratching on the strings. It's very Van Halen. Some chromaticism. Selective tapping. It's a very muffled bass tone, at least in my speakers. I hear it kind of muffled.
From one bassist to the next, I'm trying to tune them out. Not my greatest performance in my opinion, but listen, I'm very self-critical. All I want to do and all I want to be is the best.
And you guys all were like locked in the groove on that. It was really cohesive, honestly, across the board. Justin, you threw out a couple techniques I've actually never seen a bass player do before. That was really cool. It was interesting, it was fresh. I think you did a great job. Ricky, always killing it with the
scratching on the
end.
strings.
I loved that kind of like ascending sequence that you did there. It was really great for just building the mood, building the tension with it. That was great.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Anna, really nice work. Great technical display as always. You're just very clean in your playing, and it felt really consistent, and well done.
Okay, awesome.
What is there for me to
Justin,
say,
I
dude? I'm
really
much
enjoyed this
more.
one. Yeah, if you pick, like,
I
the
have
right
much more of
notes and the
a
right
guitar
accents,
player
you
and
can
like
make the
drum
super solid eighth note
background.
thing groove hard. You did, and I thought that was great.
While I don't play drums, I have like
And
the
then
mind
Ricky,
of a drummer.
I'm obsessed with your phrasing. It's awesome.
Thank you.
And your tone really serves how you're playing. I feel like you're really locked in on like a singular like vibe, which is great.
Thank you, man.
And then Anna, I really enjoyed how your section had atmosphere, which I feel like is very difficult to do on bass, and it was like a mood.
Thank
Great.
you.
All right, you guys ready for the final round?
Born ready.
Are you ready?
Okay, okay. I really like the look of Anna's Kiesel bass. It looks very nice. some more string scratching. Ooh, some tapping. Some tapping.
Sky.
Some
what did you
tippy
think?
tappies.
Ricky, like I said before, your phrasing is awesome. I mean, it just sounded like you wrote a badass riff. I wanted to hear the rest of the song. And Anna, I really enjoyed the melodic nature of your part this time.
Oh, right,
especially the
because they're
harmonics.
still
Like,
wearing their
you
stuff that they were
counterplaying
wearing
the,
for their
harmonic as the extension
previous
versus you playing the root
performance.
under it. It's
So
really,
this must
really
be
nice.
this
It
must have been
creates, like, a
filmed
lot
the
of
same
depth.
night.
And then Justin, that was fun. That was great. I feel like a lot of people ignore the fact that the bass has so much sound you can make, a lot of different textures, a lot of different tones, a lot of different like ways to express yourself. And I really enjoy how you dig into that.
Ricky, you're just so fun to watch, man. You got great phrasing, great energy overall, great kind of melodic integration. I honestly wanted to keep listening to that. That was really well done. Anna, we all know you're just a master of bass technicality. The harmonics on this were really like a nice touch and really well executed too. Nice clarity on those. Justin, again, you're fun to watch, man. You got contagious energy. You hold it down and just create.
Justin's in
different sounds
Tala
and
too. He
textures
plays
that
like
people don't
festivals
typically
and
think
stuff.
of
He
when
has
they
like a
think of
ton
bass
of
guitar.
energy.
So, nice work overall, guys.
Awesome. Good job. Good job, guys. Please give our judges a moment to deliberate and come to a final decision on who is going to be the winner.
Oh boy, this is deciding the set list.
Basis, he's a vocalist, and he was up all night pacing the property, just writing and practicing, and I couldn't be more proud of that guy.
I wish his precision was a little tighter, but I can't really knock him on that too much because he was having so much fun, and that's kind of the job of a bass player in the band.
I think Ricky really stands out.
It was fun to listen to.
I thought it was like a bass challenge, not like a bass trying to be a guitar player. That feels like he wants to be a guitar player in the bass.
I do really like what I wrote for it, and I like how I did.
Because her technique is so flawless. Like she's dialed in, she's got a great approach.
Damn, man, that was a tough one because everybody's so talented in their own way.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page, man.
Yeah.
Scott, you're the man.
Dude, this is sick.
Great job.
It comes to just preference at some point, you know?
All right, judges, what is your decision?
Okay, so we thought all three of you did awesome, and there are parts of you guys' pieces that we very much
suited
enjoyed,
their
but
styles
we were both unanimous
equally.
on our favorite, which is Ricky.
All right.
Ricky is headlining. Soulfire is headlining the show, dude.
You know, listen, I'm proud to get the win Honestly, I wish we could do it again.
But yeah, it's always disappointing to not win, so. I actually wouldn't consider myself a competitive person at all. When people are pitted against each other, it makes me very uncomfortable.
That means, Soulfire, you are headlining the show at Chain Reaction tomorrow.
Let's go, Soulfire.
We don't open for people. We headline. All week, I've been saying we're gonna headline the show. Hey,
we headline. We don't open for people because we headline.
To last, to first, to last, and now we're back at first again.
Judges, thank you so much for joining me today. You may be excused.
Thanks for having us.
It's a battle for second place, but in a completely different way.
Good work today, everyone. So, you have 6 hours left to rehearse your sets. I suggest you use that time very wisely for the show at Chain Reaction tomorrow night. We're very excited to hear
But
what you
even
all
still,
can
like
do.
this
The
whole
show
thing
tomorrow night
feels like
will determine the overall
it's a
winner.
solid dynamic
Musician
between
Nation
which group is in first. It's really a battle for first
great
place,
job.
but the second
Now get
place
out of
group
here and
is
go
going to be like
practice.
It is a
the
very
biggest
close
part of it,
competition.
you
Ricky
know?
brought it home with that bass solo though today. Got us the headlining spot. We got to step up.
What's up, everybody? Future Jared here. If you ever find your voice getting tired or sore, whether you're a teacher, a singer, or someone who
One-shot
uses their voice a lot-
energies.
Straight rehearsal, you know. And
Sponsored by
getting much
Matt
more comfortable with
Heafy.
the
Not
words
me,
for
but
all of the
them.
songs. We're gonna have like an hour, maybe, to rehearse the song I did with Eris. So, but I think I was most comfortable with that one, oddly enough.
We gotta practice some more. We don't have much time, but
This is all just ramping up towards the show.
I'm definitely anxious because we haven't run through the set pretty much at all yet.
We're trying to wake up Casey because they're not getting up at all.
Are you kidding me right now?
But it has been a mental challenge to be around everybody when your social meter is at 0.
As an introvert, I understand.
A lot of the time, I am just confined to my house. I hang out with my cats. You know, I don't have to talk to people every day.
There we go. My voice is completely informed. It was in F. Can we do it in D sharp?
hopefully we'll be okay, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
I stumbled across an interview with David, like on a podcast or something. Is like
anticipation.
Like I've always had like the look of like David looks like he's in the tech sphere. He totally is.
It's gonna be a
It's not even a bad thing too. It's like a very well-paying job. Although I was in the tech industry and I never found my way into a high-paying job either. So
Greystone, we thrive on this type of
Greythrone?
just like when it comes time
Greythrone has been dethroned.
Ready to go, you know, and if anything goes wrong,
They need to go into the Bone Zone to get back onto the Bone Throne.
My guy.
Hey.
Dude, what's going on?
Oh, I'm just fucking tired, dude. I'm just really tired.
That 2 p.m. crash.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I think you need one of these.
What is that?
Oh, it's a
One shot energy.
sponsorships.
You ever try one?
No, is it cool?
Yo, here you go, man.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Sponsorship? Hi, Hiram. I like the voice crack.
Whoa. If it isn't my favorite band of the
Whale,
week. How we
whale,
doing?
whale.
Good.
Good?
All right.
they're just chilling.
It's nice.
What's up, guys? Man, we've got what, like 3 hours left?
Yeah.
We got to break down. Big
3
shows
hours
tomorrow.
left.
How are y'all feeling?
Great, actually. Today, we're playing everything a lot better. I feel like everybody had time to sleep. I mean, right away today when we started playing in practice, we were like super on point.
Man, it's been very cool to see you guys kind of develop over
It's
the
just
course of the
really
week,
difficult to
develop
be
your own
around
sound,
all
and
these
it's been
people
getting
for
better
so
and better and
long.
better.
Do we have a set
Every
list
hour of every
in
day,
order
practically?
for the show tomorrow?
I believe so.
Yeah?
I believe so.
Awesome.
Especially if you're
I
an
think
introverted
everyone in
person.
the band is really stressed out about the show.
The biggest thing when it comes to a set live is smooth transitions between songs. No awkward f***ing pauses, no you know, shaky count-offs.
That is definitely one thing Angel knows for sure, and I know this as well by having performed in bands before, mainly in metal bands, but I've done all of these mistakes. You don't want to have, you don't want to be like, here's a song, stop. Second song, stop. It needs to be like first song, second song, third song, and so on until your set is over. It needs that all these songs need to transition into each other as long as they're in like a similar tuning, which with my previous band having like different tunings, it's a bit of a challenge to do that, but we always made sure that all the songs with the different, like the drop tunings, were in one part of the set list and all the standard tune songs were in another part. We wouldn't just interlace all of them in different places because then that would give us more room for error and more time for like awkward silence. And at a show where you're likely being paid to entertain people, you don't want any awkward silence. You have to also be practiced up. You have to deal with the people in your band. Again, I've said this before during my reactions, ego death. You need to leave your ego at the door. Sometimes you can't do that, but it is very highly recommended because if you leave your ego at the door, you'll get more done.
Right? How are you with like banter, confidence level wise, from like a 0 to 10, talking to a live audience?
11.
11? Great.
I think the challenge here is not only like what the judges might think or might like, it's what the crowd is gonna feel with, you know, the stage presence and like the performance in general.
Stage presence is huge. You
the
also don't want to
styles
be
of each
standing
band.
there
We need to mention
motionless.
that, like,
You want to be interacting with the crowd.
Changing guitars?
Looking
Yeah,
at the
'cause we
crowd,
have
not just looking at your fretboard standing there.
2 in that drop D.
So that would definitely affect a set list flow. So I would say that should probably be song 3, and then you can
Well,
do your
you've played
banter.
every song with this guitar, correct? No.
Nah, he had one guitar
We
with the
changed
Schecter.
both.
So, what made you guys want to pick this one to start open with?
The one we started out on, it's like our first love, you know?
Yep.
5-part harmonies. We didn't have the mic set up right now, but
It kind of
Yeah,
shows the audience what we're capable of. You know?
I agree. I think this is a pretty strong one to open with, especially with those like double stops and the shots there. It's awesome. That one extra count that you do right before Chenna's solo, that's a wow moment for me because it's so unexpected, but then it reels it back in into something really huge.
Man, I feel great going into the show tomorrow night. I mean, listen, we've been busy this week, you know, from sun up to sundown. We've been rehearsing songs, writing songs.
Have you guys made any modifications to this song at all? It sounds pretty tight right now.
Not really.
I also am
Not really.
drinking like my superfood stuff. So.
Yeah, this one stayed consistent.
Now it's about the little things, really locking in the details and really focusing
Yup.
on each part of
Yup.
the song. That way we
Being
nail it
like really
100%
locked in.
for the
If
show
you have a
tomorrow night.
complicated
You got a hell of a
solo,
drum
you need to
fill.
make
Like,
sure
right
that's
coming to that
practiced
last
up. That's
chorus and
tough.
then- That's the one.
Yeah, I think by the time the show hits, we're gonna hit it hard because we're headlining, baby.
Headlining.
One shot.
So far, don't open for people. They headline.
From song to song?
Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit.
Kind of just saying, what's up?
Even though generally speaking, you would have to open for people in order to be headliners later.
Right.
yeah.
Damien, you might have to do the double kicks on the chorus as much as
I know,
you
it sounds pretty empty.
It does, you might have to do it.
Well, I'm just afraid the bounce on the actual kick
Oh,
is...
you get a sound check. You can just check it.
Try it then.
And
All
then,
right.
and then decide there.
Let's do the thing. Done, done, done.
We've kind of played it smart. We recorded all of our songs as we were doing them, like onto a laptop and like tracked them out and stuff. So we have.
It's always smart to write
sit and
down
listen to
or
our
have
songs
like
over and over and over
like
again.
record the things you're doing.
Who's that? Okay.
Like that's part of modern songwriting now. It's like we have, like as a guitar player, we have like an audio interface that's like super affordable. You have Guitar Pro software, which can write out tabs and drum notation and sheet music, staff like sheet music, yeah. Ricky!
The trap cover, I think, is the only thing we were like a little unsure about but we did it last night, so I'm not stressed at all.
So give it up for our friends in Greystone. God, right? My voice is on its last leg of life. David, I'm kind of relying on you at this point to like keep the fucking ambience going because Jimena has to tune twice. If you want to do the chords for respect right after, like.
But the thing is, like, you don't, just like a little bit of a foreshadowing, because if it's too different, then it's going to be super hard to get into it, right?
That's what I'm saying.
It'll also be too obvious.
If you do like a volume swell into it as they're, you come up a little bit, you know?
Make it an experience. Don't just be like, oh, it's just practice on stage. No, you have to practice like you perform and perform like you practice.
We're gonna lose the entire competition. Jimena, me, and Alexa all play live like pretty often. I feel extremely uncomfortable. I usually have a set of in-ears. I have a wireless pack. I have a wireless mic.
Yeah, now I have a set of in-ears and wireless pack, but before it was always earplugs. Don't get lost. Wait, what?
Today we've done it twice.
Oh.
The songs.
How many times have they practiced the songs? They've only done it twice.
Genuinely rehearsed the songs.
Today we've done it twice.
Oof. Oof.
We started late.
It's always an uphill battle, dude.
Trying to run through our set today so we feel at least confident enough to give a good show, to give a great performance.
Yup. I love Austin's screaming voice, dude. It is so gnarly.
The energy of song one, like, I love how that comes in with the head turner, and then that is keeping the energy going. I think you guys have done a great job selecting which songs you want to play in what order so far.
You know, I also think that because of last night, like that was our lowest point, it kind of just made everybody realize, all right, like we need to...
You need to lock in.
On these songs.
You need to lock in.
And get it right for the live performance, because that's the one that matters, you know?
I'm excited to see how you transition this into Holy Diver, because I think that familiar song is gonna, like, people are gonna be stoked because it's something familiar, something they already know, but the way that you guys put the 80s twist on it is different.
We're going to approach Holy Diver differently now that we kind of have that trial and error. I'm only gonna come in at certain points. So we're gonna have, you know, Garrett take the lead on some of the verses. So it's not so muddy as like it was yesterday.
We like it better. I mean, everybody's so much more on board, so.
Vince, there's a note in the start that I almost feel, just from like an outside listener, could be better if it was the same note that they do as the original.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of on the fence of the major too.
Ultimately, you guys know what it is that you guys have to work on. Just transitions, presets, lock that shit down. You guys have great songs. You guys worked hard for incredible chemistry. And you guys have a beautiful energy. Let the world see it. I have no doubt in my mind that all of you guys are going to succeed at that, and you're gonna fucking win this season, all right? So let them all see what you guys are made out of, all right?
Go.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
The order that you guys have chosen for the set.
Yeah.
Wow.
The order that you guys have chosen for the set list feels natural.
Dude, I love Angel's energy,
I feel
dude.
like the energy throughout is selected really well. I'm excited to hear that acapella part get like totally nailed, because that's something that no one else is doing. So, guys, kick-ass job.
Thanks so much,
Very
Cole.
nice, everyone,
Thank
of course.
Thanks, Cole. Appreciate
Hope that
it.
helps.
Oh, yeah,
Excited to see you guys rock it tomorrow night.
Hell yeah. Stoked to do it. Thanks for coming by. Let me get the door for you. What a guy. We'll see you soon.
Oh, what a nice guy Ricky
That's it,
is.
bro.
Bottom line is we're all having fun. We're all killing it on stage. And I'm proud of my team.
That was actually very helpful.
And, you know,
This season has been a blast, dude. I'm gonna be so sad once this is all done.
What?
On Shrieker.
Okay, Shrieker.
Yeah.
But I really want to see, like, hopefully, Jared and his team of people
It was just that
will get enough money to make a season 3. I'd love to see a season 3, and you know, I will get to it once it's ready, and it probably won't show up until
I can't do anything here.
It probably won't show up until like Christmas time, but still, once it's out, you know I'm gonna look at it. You know I'm gonna react to it with you guys.
All right, we good here? All right, cool. Bye.
Maybe on stream. Who knows?
How do you feel?
I don't think we're going to win at all. I feel like a lot of the challenge with Greystone would win, and they are kind of like the other bands was so like pussy and emotional. Like so emotional and like, oh my god, like we understand they take it, no problem.
No problem.
We don't have hard feelings.
No hard feelings.
Because we are here for fun.
We're chilling.
But like,
I don't know if that band can be helped or if they never needed help. All I know is that I'm scared. I'm very excited. Mainly scared though. Like, I don't know, what is that? What's gonna happen here?
I haven't really needed to use my guitar the entire time. I've just been entertained by this entire thing. Just a looper pedal.
One thing I'm gonna miss about being here is just being around so much musical creativity.
The sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich from Starbucks.
Love harmonies and love jamming.
Not great.
It's gonna be
It'll do the job in a pinch, but not great.
You know, away from everybody. It's been awesome.
Thank you, Matt Heafy. Some ghost notes in there. Oh. Judges round table. Oh,
So,
fun.
We are almost done. The final showcase is tomorrow. I was actually just thinking about everything that we've put them through over the last 8 days. Not only
8
did they have
days.
to write songs with
So
musicians
it's 10
they've never
days.
met, they had to
Must
get
have
up
been.
in front of all of us and their peers to do individual skill challenges in a private setting that's way harder in my opinion than playing in front of 10,000 people. But then now they have to go and perform live tomorrow at Chain Reaction. Yeah. I mean, I gotta give it to them. That's
9 days, 10 days-ish.
And I feel like they've been crushing it. What do you guys want to see the most out of them tomorrow?
I'm looking for, performance-wise, something that we haven't gotten a chance to see yet is quality transitions between songs. We haven't gotten to see crowd work. I'm looking.
They've only
for
ever had to do one song at a
performances,
time,
and
so
I'm
that's a
looking
solid.
to just see how the energy translates into
It's a solid
live show setting. We haven't
expectation to
had, like,
have.
an acoustic drum kit yet. There's going to be a lot of new variables.
Oh yeah, and they've
that we see
never.
tomorrow we haven't gotten to
None
see
of the
yet.
bands have even used
First of all, I
an
don't wish
electric.
this on anybody.
They've not used an acoustic drum kit before.
I mean, like, props to them. Like, of course it sounds fun, right? You're like, oh, dude, I'm gonna get locked in with all these like super sick musicians, right? And then you get there and you're like, oh, this person doesn't like a single thing that I like, and this guy likes something that I like, but nobody can seem to like come together on some shit until like 14 minutes before you gotta go on stage. You just gotta throw some bullshit together. And actually, props to them because it hasn't been bullshit. It's been pretty good in my opinion.
Like, a lot of these people are like a bunch of metalcore kids. They're a bunch of core kids and like pop punk, and Ricky is like 80s metal.
And I'm with you, man. I do not wish this
Everybody
on
else is
anyone.
metalcore.
Dude, the social
At
growth
least.
in some of the contestants has been tremendous. Ricky is a example that comes to mind where he's like, I don't play metalcore. Everyone in my band plays metalcore, and I got to figure out how to work around that. Then when they came around to doing Holy Diver last night, they did it in Ricky's style. Everyone got to like experience a little bit.
And
of what
that's
they
totally
like, and
understandable because like they did it,
that's
like he
admirable,
conformed
like,
for
that
the needs of the band
great team effort,
the
great
entire
way to
time, and then the
compromise
band
with
let
everyone's
Ricky
kind of
take charge of that
what they
song.
enjoy.
At the start of the show, did you guys pick a band that you thought was going to succeed and excel over the others? And did it change as the competition was going?
Oh, it definitely changed for me, man, for sure. The universe seemed to favor Soulfire.
How many times did we chat at the start of the show and go like, man, Soulfire's gonna take
Oh,
this
for
whole
sure,
thing, like
for
a
sure.
blowout.
100%. It gave them everything, like the with the microphones, the first challenge, it was just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it gave Eris every single issue to prey on their weaknesses. Every single one. But I think it's for me, it's
Working on your weaknesses will only make you stronger
I sat
as
with,
an individual.
With Greystone today.
And working on collective weaknesses will make you stronger as a collective,
Obviously,
you know?
the band is kind of built on being psychotic, right? I was kind of blown away at how tight it was. All this train wreck just turned into, they found the rails to kind of coast on. If Dickie puts himself out like he does down there in front of, a room filled with people, it's gonna be kind of hard to say tomorrow night. Kind of hard to say who takes it home.
They've kind of been last for a lot of this show so far, but there's the live show aspect, and we all know they like to have fun. We know Austin's a beast when he gets on the actual stage, and that's gonna, that's the most money they can win is that final performance. So it would be very interesting if they've pretty much been in last the whole time. They do the show and they just destroy everything. That would be quite a redemption. Who have you seen as an individual kind of come out of their shell and maybe have the most growth as a musician and a person just within this last
I'm
week?
just listening to what they're
Vince, by
talking
far for
about.
me. By far, he comes in here with it. I'm not cool enough, and then he's all of a sudden hitting the highest note.
I'm
There was something with his performance of In the Air Tonight where I felt like he was, what's that line where I've been waiting for this moment all my life? I feel like Vince really has been actually waiting to do something like this for his whole life, is kind of what I'm saying.
all the three bands had at least one member that had a really emotional moment. Chenna, when she sort of flubbed that solo and she was visibly upset at herself. Austin, visibly upset at himself, you know? And obviously, Eris just collectively had a really, really hard time.
Yeah, Soulfire definitely most hours clocked in rehearsals by
I know
a
it because my
mile.
bedroom's right above their practice space, so I know it, yeah. All night, only diver.
If I never heard that song again, it'd be too soon.
Amen. Some of the members that had kind of harsher judge feedback that we hadn't mentioned yet was Alexa.
All right.
You know, she went from end of the first showcase walking straight past us, like no eye contact, anything, visibly upset, to now, you know, after the showcase is coming up, high fives all around. She'll like come up, be like excited to
whenever
speak with
you're
us and stuff, which
dealt
is
like
what we said at
criticism
the
like
start of
that,
this.
the
This is
judges
not easy,
only
especially
care
for people
about
that
you
have
and you
never
want
done
they want to
anything
see
like
you
this whatsoever.
succeed.
A lot of us like
So like you
spend a long
can't
time
take
alone
it
working on
that
our
personally,
craft,
you
so
know?
It's cool to see someone
Because they're
push
judges
themselves
for a
further than
show. They
previously
have to
knew
be
they could do.
harsh, but at the same
Tomorrow's the
time, they
day,
don't want to see your
and,
downfall,
I hope they're
right?
prepared. I want them to shine, kick ass, and do a good job. And hopefully they get some sleep tonight and they feel well rested. And
I doubt any of them are getting any sleep
dude.
tonight.
Not a chance, dude.
You're gonna hear a lot of this.
Yeah.
Holy damn.
All throughout the house.
Lots of
and then look.
Ooh.
I mean, it's definitely been a challenging week for sure, but you know, I think we've all had fun. We've inspired each other. We've learned from each other. We've made some friends. We've made some enemies. But at the end of the day,
made enemies?
It's been an unbelievable experience.
We're loading up.
Loading up. It's the day of the show.
The community,
but they
everybody's
saved
so
the,
nice,
the
you know,
entire
I got,
show
like,
for episode
really
6,
good vibes.
which we'll be
couple
watching
more hours.
next week.
And I'll be ready.
And I'll be ready.
I'm definitely not gonna miss the heat.
Bonsa is ready.
Right now.
It's Power Boys.
Super hot out here.
It's hot. I'm glad to get to LA where it's not so hot.
A mixture of nervousness, excitement, fear, everything. It's everything. It's Musician Mansion, bro. It's the roller coaster of musicians. Go.
And those hills are all too similar. They're all too familiar. Because I've driven down these roads before. San Bernardino, Los Angeles, I-5, the 101, Anaheim. Going to the Anaheim Convention Center for NAMM one year. Never been to Chain Reaction though. I've probably driven past it during like one of my escapades in LA. But I haven't been to LA in quite some time.
Yeah, I've actually played
Ooh,
at
that's a
Chain
very
Reaction
nice
many
drum kit.
times. It's a cool venue. It's been a bit, like 2 years ago I played there, yeah.
So all these programs, there's a compressor right there.
A lot of us, I can say, are kind of on our last levels of juice here.
Yeah,
so
the
we really
energy.
just have to push through and just find it within us to just, you know, just kind of get to that finish line and just go out with a big bang, you know.
I'm so proud of what we've achieved in just a week and a half. And I love everybody here, not just on Team Eris. Team Eris for the win, though. I'm proud of everyone being able to come together to create something for the entire world to see.
We know what to play, just fucking have fun. This experience has been beyond fun and amazing, but obviously it's not the same as competing because we all want to win. But yeah, it's cool.
This has been a very, very interesting experience. Like an extremely wild ride. Extremely stressful, I'm not going to lie. Unless you get to know these people and work with them for like 24/7, how amazing they are is really not going to translate into the show.
Yeah, because the show is a completely different
The people that
atmosphere
are
than
coming
just
to
a
the show
regular old
are gonna be
competition.
hearing this all for the first, you know, they're coming to a show.
Nice Gojira shirt,
to see
nice.
something they've never heard before. So I think that's really cool.
And like, dude, this show is gonna be nuts.
From the lights so that I can go crazy on stage.
Every
Like
time we do
saving
something,
all
we
the
put our hearts
energy
into it, but we're also
for
trying to have fun with it
stage
and know
time,
that, like,
for show
you can bear
time.
your soul in a different
It's
way
tough.
creatively. You don't have to always be like emotionally vulnerable to be vulnerable, if that makes sense. Balancing your art and your comedy and just having fun with it. I hope that other musicians get to be a part of this and experience this joy as well, because it's fucking awesome.
And we're gonna have to wait until next week to watch the show. Rudy! Rudy, let's go!
How's it going? Last time you saw me, my hair was...
I know. At the end of the day, it's been an unbelievable experience for each
Good
and
to
every
see
one.
Rudy come out and support.
I can't imagine
Support the
missing this week
guys.
for anything else. I mean, this is pretty incredible.
I wanted the finale performance to be the most important challenge of the show. Therefore, each judge will be rating the bands up to $600 for a potential total
Up
of
to
$1,800
$600?
that the bands can win towards their final payout. Regardless who wins, I am beyond proud of each band. but let's see who is able to bring home the gold.
Next week. Next week. Next week for you, I'm gonna just watch this immediately after. All right, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed me just messing around in this. I will see you guys, for you Musician Mansion lovers in the chat. I'll see you guys next week. But for me, I'm just gonna go straight into it. Let's do it. I will see you soon for the next video. I'll catch you later.